Hi, everybody, and welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're live somewhere in East Nashville right now from Three Sirens with Tami Neilson. Tami, Jay, thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
All right. Thank you very much for this, my own copy of Kingmaker, which I now own. I appreciate it very much. It's lovely, lovely cover art and lovely music inside of it. And we're about to share two of the songs from that record, and we're also going to hear a fan favorite as well. What do you want to do first today?
I think we'll start off with Holy Moses, because singing this early in the day makes you say Holy Moses. So after a week at Americana Fest in Nashville, yeah, let's go. Wish me luck. Losing my mind from losing your love, raising my eyes to the skies above, but I don't find nothing, don't feel nothing but alone. No time to cry when the babies need feeding, days flying by with nothing new in between them. My soul is wearing thin. Time stretches on a fool's marathon ever since the day you done got Holy Moses. Holy Moses, ooh, ooh, have mercy on me. I cry, Holy Moses, Holy Moses, ooh, ooh, have mercy on me, have mercy on me. No, let him no get up and go. Don't wanna raise my weary head from my pillow, 'cause it's bad in my luck. The cook got stuck somewhere on down the road. Can't be bothered picking up my phone. I wish the whole damn world would just leave me alone. Stop knocking on my door, but nobody can see this burden on me. No, back breaking, no one else gonna carry. Holy Holy Moses, ooh, ooh, have mercy on me. I cry, Holy Moses, Holy Moses, ooh, ooh, have mercy on me, have mercy on me. Losing my mind from losing your love, raising my eyes to the skies above, but I don't find nothing, I don't feel nothing but alone. No time to cry when the babies eat feet and days flying by with nothing new in between them. My soul is wearing thin. Time stretches on a fool's marathon ever since the day you done got Holy Moses. Holy Moses, ooh, ooh, have mercy on me. I cry, Holy Moses, Holy Moses, ooh, ooh, have mercy on me, have mercy. Yeah.
Well, that was lovely. I'm much more awake than I was 3 minutes ago. Thank you for doing that, Tami. Thank you, Jay. How do you feel? How is your voice holding up? It sounds lovely. How does it feel?
Thank you. It's at the end of a 3-month-long tour and a week at Americana Fest of kind of either talking or singing for about 20 hours a day. So it's definitely on its last legs. So hopefully it will power through this session, because we're so excited to be here with you guys.
Well, I feel like it's like when you overdrive an analog tape and push it into the red. That's where the magic is. You know, when you push really hard. And
oh, sorry about that.
That was a compliment. Oh. Sorry. What?
I thought I was like driving your
No,
gear
that's
over
not literally happening. It's like that. I'm saying I am very sleepy.
This isn't all analog. What?
Tell me about some of the highlights and some of the epicness of this 3-month tour.
Oh man, it's it's been amazing to be back on tour. I mean, we all know that we've really missed it the last few years. I keep saying it's like
a long drink of water after being in the desert for all of us, getting to do this again. And there's no connection like live music and connecting with your audiences that way after singing into, you know, an empty screen, you know, for the last 2 or 3 years. It's been wonderful and really soul fulfilling. The other side of that, the flip side of that, is I honestly feel like touring is kind of like, I feel like I'm Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. Like there's booby traps everywhere. It's either like, yeah, there's the rolling boulder, like the spikes with the skeletons, the tidal wave. It's, you know, dodging COVID or lost luggage, or, you know, it's been a ride for sure.
Well, the crown made it intact. Good for you.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All that matters.
That's right.
Yeah.
We are having a wonderful time with you so far today, and there's, I think we're about to hear one of the tunes from Kingmaker right now, right?
Yes. Yeah. This one is the first single off of the album, and, you know, people kind of ask you what your favorite song is off of an album, and it's kind of like choosing your favorite kid, you know, and like we all have one, but we can't talk about it. So it's not really socially acceptable. I'm kidding if my kids are watching. But this song, it really has a sacred place in my heart. It's a song I wrote about the loss of our dad. This is my brother, Jay. And I was writing with a friend, Delaney Davidson, who had recently lost his dad. And we were just talking about how the missing never goes away, and the grief never goes away, because the love never goes away. And when we went to record this song, we wrote it as a duet, with me singing the first verse and my dad singing the second verse back to me. And I thought, you know, who on earth could possibly fill the shoes of my dad in this song? And as it turns out, very graciously, Willie Nelson was the guy who filled those shoes very, very incredibly. And unfortunately, we don't have Willie here today with us. But in the absence of a Nelson, I will enlist a Neilson to replace him.
Do my best.
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure.
All right.
Last night I woke from a dream, you and me were together. Tears on my face when I realized that we're still apart. I close my eyes and I try to go back to my slumber. The only place that you exist now, since you did depart. Beyond the stars I can hear the guitars calling me up to be with you. Beyond the velvet sky, darling, will you and I dance to the beat of our hearts, to the place where I can believe that you will never leave me all alone in the dark. Take me away to the place you are, beyond the stars.
I won't let the breath leave my chest without taking you with me. Here in my heart, we will never depart. Darling, we'll fly.
Beyond the stars I can hear the guitars calling you up to be with me. Beyond the velvet, to the place you are, beyond the stars. Take me away to the place you are, beyond the stars.
Yeah, thank you very much. I like that song a lot. I like the video for that song a lot. It's got a dusty Texas, like a Kill Bill kind of a vibe to it. Willie's in it as well. It looked like a ton of fun to shoot it. I know you guys shot it at Luck Reunion, right?
Yeah, we shot it. We shot it on Willie's property. That's his ranch in Luck, Texas, and that's the old movie set for Redheaded Stranger, that old western town. And the whole time it just felt like this surreal dream. And I think that the video kind of captures that feeling of how dreamlike that whole experience was to go there and perform with him and hang with Willie Nelson. I mean, it's I still wake up and check my phone to see if it really happened, because I feel like one day I'm going to wake up and it was just all this crazy dream that I had.
Does that, for your music videos, do you tend to hand them off to a director and say, do what you want with this? Do you tend to conceive of them? Do you direct them yourselves, or how do they come into the world?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both. Some of them I have real specific ideas for. In this case, it was very much. It was a very last minute thing we pulled together. It was kind of crazy timing. I didn't even know if I'd get to go to the festival in New Zealand, where I live. Our borders have been closed throughout the pandemic. It was kind of the best way to keep us, keep COVID out as much as we could, or try to control it, because we have such, we don't have the healthcare infrastructure in a country of 5 million people. I think we had about 300 respirators in the whole country, and so they had to come up with different solutions. And so I didn't know that I'd even be able to make it. And the week of the festival, they opened our borders, and I got to Texas. It was my first overseas trip in 2.5 years. Got to see my brother for the first time in 2.5 years. And then I flew my other brother, Todd Neilson, down, and he does a lot of my visuals and my videos. And he kind of zipped down there, and I said, let's film what we can. We've got like half a day to kind of film me walking around the grounds before the festival opens. And then you've got a 3-minute window to get footage of Willie on stage singing with me. And it was kind of this crazy thing. His brother-in-law, Chris Stacy, who's a producer that lives in LA, who he hadn't seen over the course of the pandemic, happened to be traveling through Texas, and he didn't even know,
all of his
with
gear.
like $1 million worth of gear. He was driving through, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm shooting a music video. Tami's doing a song with Willie Nelson." He's like, "What?
Can I please do it?"
And he's like, "I've got all my gear. I'll help you." And so he showed up, did all of this with us. Awesome. We ended up like at Willie's house that night, and he was showing us card tricks. It was truly like the most surreal experience of my life. Yeah.
Cool, man. That sounds amazing. I'm glad that happened to you. I'm glad that you're sharing that with us right now. We're listening to songs from the record Kingmaker, and I believe that there is a third one coming up from the record right now.
There is. Let me just grab my harmonica. So this song was kind of born out of there's a bit of a thread throughout the album, a theme kind of challenging inequality for women in particularly in the music industry, because that's my lived experience. But on a global scale, we've seen so much regression over the past couple of years of women's rights and their own bodily autonomy. And the society, the rules that society places on women that we think are antiquated, that they're from the 60s, but that poisonous thread still tends to run through our society. And so this song is a little bit of a, I turned 40 and suddenly realized like all my fucks were gone. And I, wrote this song kind of in the spirit of that. You dinner, but it ain't my job. You're telling me that I should be thinner, but it ain't my job. You say my age go up, my value go down, but I got
too much money in my bank account, and it's all from not working for you, 'cause it ain't my job. You want me to sign your letter, but it ain't my job. And then you want me to make you feel better, but it ain't my job. You make me an offer that make me wanna holler, 20 cents less on every damn dollar. You can stick it, put a pin in it, 'cause it ain't my job. You want me to keep my mouth shut, but it ain't my job. And then you want me to take a smaller cut, but it ain't my job. You say if I would just smile once in a while, I get more honey from the bees buzzing round. Keep your flowers, take a cold shower, 'cause it ain't my job. You want me to wear a little dress, but it ain't my job. No, no. And then you want me to show a little less, but it ain't my job. You tell me act my age, but don't you dare look it. My ass too big and my teeth too crooked. Your poor mama, she didn't raise you proper, but it ain't my job. Hell to the no. A hell no. A hell to the no, no. A hell no. A hell to the no. I don't need no sugar daddy, oh. Just like Dolly saying no to the king. You won't half make me laugh. Ain't you heard me sing?
All right, Tami, thank you for coming and doing this. Jay, thank you very much. This is a wonderful way to start our time at Three Sirens. This is the first session, so thank you for starting it off classy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Kingmaker is the record. Thank you for this copy. We'll ask you to sign these in just a moment, and have a lovely rest of tour. Are you going back home like now?
Back home, baby, to my own bed. I'm so excited. Well, before the next leg in Australia, but yeah, I still get a little break. Yeah.
Nice. We'll travel safely, and we'll see you again. Let's do this again.
Thank you so much, Brad.
All right. See you next time.